Hi, my name is Leslie, and I'm here to share a story with you from the Bible. I'm using the Family Bible Library, To All the World, by the Southwestern Group. This is story number 161, The Woman with the Golden Heart. If ever there was a woman with a golden heart, it was Tabitha. But of course, Tabitha would have been the last to say so. "Oh, I'm just a poor woman of Joppa," she would laugh and say. Tabitha was a very poor woman in Joppa, but this woman with the golden heart was rich in friends. Everyone loved her. She was like a member of the family in almost every home in town. She was always welcome. That's because her purpose in life was to help others. She had the gift of helpfulness. The people of Joppa didn't call her Tabitha. They called her Dorcas, which meant gazelle or antelope. Yes, they said, she's always running like an antelope to help one of us. It was true. Dorcas never had time for herself. She was always giving her time for someone else. When Dorcas wasn't busy nursing a sick child or getting dinner ready for a busy mother, she was making coats or dresses for someone who had less than she did. She was always thinking of something she could do for others. How could the people of Joppa help but love her? But one day, the lady with the golden heart became sick. She had worked so long and so hard that she couldn't get well. Dorcas died. The people of Joppa were very sad. Tenderly, some of the women prepared her body for burial. But for some reason, they just couldn't bury her. "If only she were back with us," they cried. Then one of the women remembered. "Peter is just a few miles away at Lydda," she said. "Let's ask him to come here. Perhaps he can do something to comfort us." Two men hurried to Lydda to find Peter. They told him about the lady with the golden heart and the gift of helpfulness and begged him to come back with them. When Peter came back into the room where Dorcas was lying, he found it was full of people. They were weeping and showing each other things that Dorcas had made for them. Dorcas had done so much to help all of them. She really did have the gift of helpfulness, and everyone knew it. "You must all leave the room," Peter said gently. "I want to be alone in here." The people quietly left the room, wondering what Peter was up to. But they wanted to obey the great apostle who had been with Jesus. Peter knelt down beside Dorcas's bed. Softly, he prayed to God, asking for this kind, helpful woman to be given back to her people. Then Peter stood up. "Tabitha, rise," he said. Dorcas's eyes fluttered and then opened. A smile came on her face as she looked up at Peter's face. She certainly hadn't expected to see the great apostle here in her own home. She was so happy that he had come, but why was she lying around when she could be helping him? She must get up and do something for the great man. Peter held out his hand to help Dorcas to her feet. It was a kind thing to do, for Dorcas was still weak. When Peter opened the door, all of Dorcas's friends hurried to talk with him. Then suddenly, they saw Dorcas walking toward them with a smiling face. She was alive and well again. How happy those people were! They couldn't stop thanking Peter for what had happened. And they would never stop talking about the way God had given their helpful Dorcas back to them. But Dorcas couldn't stand around very long. She had to hurry away and help some people who needed her. Would you have liked to have known Dorcas? I know I would. She must have been a wonderful person, don't you think? How would you like to have had Dorcas live next door to you? Would you be a different kind of person if Dorcas was your next door neighbor? I know I would. Why did all the people in Joppa love Dorcas so much? Would they have loved her as much if she had lied and cheated and stolen things from her neighbors? Or if she had been a quarrelsome person? She must have been a wonderful person to know, but she was also a wonderfully helpful person. Do you think people would love you more if you were like Dorcas? What can you do to be more like her? How can you be more helpful? Think of some people near your home who need help. Can you be like Dorcas and help them? Make a list of the things you can do to help others, and then do one thing on that list each day. You'll be surprised to see what happens. When you think of helpfulness from now on, think about Dorcas. Because she helped so many people in so many ways, she had many friends. She didn't help so that she could get friends. She had friends because she helped people. That's the way it is. Don't try to buy friends by helping them. That doesn't work. Help people just because they need your help. And then you'll have friends. That's all for now.